Hi all, it's time for Jason's Thoughts, episode 26. Today I wanted to talk about COVID-19 in the world, and more so about humans and how we treat each other in these very difficult times, and how it relates to the dark side of the Force. Yes, I am talking about Star Wars. Listen, 2020, and for some, the end of 2019 has been extremely tough. For those that know the Star Wars series, Anakin Skywalker started as a young innocent boy and was converted to the dark side and what later became Darth Vader, one of the most evil villains of all time. And they talked about training, and this is where I think we need to look at our current state as humans, as individuals, and make sure that we don't fall into the dark side, because right now it's really easy. For Anakin's training to go to the dark side, it wasn't about swords, it wasn't about lifting rocks. It was about what each and every one of us is probably dealing with today. But my point to call it out is about what we can do as humans together to make sure, as one, we don't turn to the dark side. The dark side is created of 4 elements that each individual went through to convert and be as evil as they were. Started with fear, led to anger, hate, and lastly, suffering. For those that know the story, Anakin unfortunately went through so many, and most of it was not in his control. Some was, but it was a very unfortunate story. For all of us now, for the most part, we've all gone through some major fear. And for many of us, we've gone through a lot of different elements of suffering. Where we can control and help each other so we don't convert is in the anger and in the hate. This is the solution. Be kind. The fear is how much you want to consume in social media and mass media, what articles you're looking at. If you're looking at the daily postings of people that have come with the virus, how many have died, it generates fear. Always generates fear. If you don't have fear in this current climate, you're an absolute warrior. The other element that I think is so different for so many people is the suffering. Every person has gone through different suffering. Maybe they lost a loved one. Maybe they lost a job. Maybe they prepaid for a trip to Mexico and their summer plans are ruined. The list goes on and on and on. But we can all do ourselves a favor as humans by not judging what created that suffering. To judge someone that, lost their job but still has the roof over their head, it's easy to say, well, my suffering was worse because I lost a grandparent or a parent or a friend or a friend of a friend. Those thoughts create anger. They can create hate. So the blend of suffering and fear generally will always generate emotions of anger and hate, one way or another. So my key to everyone here is simple. We all have a story. We all should lend an ear to each other. We should all connect in different ways. We should all keep our judgments away from others. And most importantly, if not the most important, just be kind to one another. Love, kindness, compassion, empathy, sympathy. If you keep these things in mind when dealing with other humans in our current reality, we all are better and stronger from it. It's as simple as that. Please don't turn to the dark side. If you have those emotions of anger and hate, turn to a friend, turn to a colleague, reach out to family, whoever it is, because we're all going through this together, and we can all lend some kindness and listen to others' stories, because we all have one. That's all I have to say. I wish you strength. Find the joy in the simple things right now, like getting out for a walk, whatever it takes. Great music, you name it. But be kind to each other, and we'll get out of this even stronger than we went in. Thanks all.